9 hours earlier, and over 1,000,000 light years away from Earth, a telephone rang, and a shape moved to answer it. Putting down its painfully misshapen knitting and scratching one foot lightly, it rose and shuffled towards the galactic phone. Hang on, she muttered. Always the same. Just when her favourite soap opera was getting to the most interesting part. It was a New York deli, and they were all about to serve the latest concoction, some kind of hamster fritters, and there were queues outside, and now the phone rings. "Hello, dear," she said, resisting the temptation to shout. She had to remember that it was her ears that were not very good, not everybody else's. She reluctantly put her program on pause. "Is that Shirley Seabass?" asked a disembodied voice, deep, rich, important. The sound of a military dictator calling his soldiers to take up arms, or a Dark Lord summoning his servants from the blackness of the void to his side. "Yes, dear. Is that you, June? You'll have to speak up a bit. Have you had a cold?" Shirley put the phone to her one working ear. "Shirley Seabass Setti," the voice was insistent. "Yes, dear, speaking. Are you from the gas board?" "Shirley Seabass Setti, aka the Ninja Nan, the crochet killer, also known as the Sunday Lunch Strangler." "Oh, you want that, Shirley? I thought you were trying to sell me double glazing. I was about to reach down this line and rip your intestines out very slowly. My employer would like to offer you a job." The deep voice ignored the threat. It got a lot of them. "My fee is very high." Madame Setti flicked some dust from the mantelpiece. Her intergalactic bus pass had nearly expired, she noticed, as had her assassin's agency card. Terrible photo too. In fact, she'd taken one look at the photograph that had been spat out from the Photo Me booth and decided enough was enough. Flitwick's spaceport was going to have its Photo Me booth blown to smithereens. Then she'd waited for the repairman to turn up and made him eat his own toes. Well, that was after he'd said that the photo wasn't that bad, and after all she was knocking on a bit. He'd be a bit more polite to the next old age pensioner he went to do a job for, certainly a little bit more polite as he hobbled out of his repair van. "We understand that your fee is very high because of the unique properties you bring to the job. However, would you be interested?" Shirley gave it very little thought. Times were hard for retirees these days. Everything was going up, and if you wanted to afford life's little luxuries, a week in the Mega Caribbean cluster, a new high-powered sniper rifle, those fabulous exploding, highly radioactive tracking cufflinks she had seen in Pensioner of Fortune magazine, then you had to do the work. "Who is the target?" Shirley kept her voice casual. It was good to appear professional, at all times. You never knew who you were sitting next to at bingo these days. "Gorthlingus the Cunning," came the answer. "Him." There was a sharp intake of breath. "That little blue so-and-so. That job I'd do for free." "Oh, really?" "Of course not," she said crossly. "It's an expression. I'm on a pension." "Oh, well, anyway, we're sending the job details through to you now. He has an item with him, an item we want, a golden item. We want it back very much." The disembodied voice rose a little. "We want it back undamaged. It is precious to us. There'll be one other around the item. Find out what they know. I will send the picture through." "And Gorth?" "Oh, you can damage him as much as you want. Enjoy yourself." You've earned a bit of relaxation time. Agreed. So, when do I start? This is a job of the utmost urgency, but also requiring the utmost discretion. You do understand? Shirley smiled as her teapot chirped. The deposit money had already arrived. Half now, half when she had a little blue furry head in a bucket. Leave it with me. Shirley put the phone down. She would leave as soon as she had seen her favourite soap on catch-up, finally, and spoken to her friend Renee about the job. Speed and discretion. She settled back down and put the 1819 New York soap opera back on her TV, put her feet up on a poof and reached for her galactic broadcast phone. Discretion should have been her middle name. Gorth was as good as dead as soon as she'd had a nice cup of tea and a bit of a natter.